It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that is a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who love to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
The kicker, Blake Rupe, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here will certainly help him achieve that goal.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Lions first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Goff with the give to Montgomery. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle. Third down, 3 to go. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On play action, Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Here's a 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions. And, Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. And their quarterback is the all-time leading passer for the Raiders, Derek Carr, the veteran.
Ever since Derek Carr came into the league, Mike, he's been historically a very passionate and productive NFL quarterback. He has the arm that can make every throw, but sometimes it's that arm that gets him into trouble. So he's got to find a little balance, a happy medium between aggressiveness and recklessness, because when he's playing well, they have as good a shot to win games as anybody. There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Carr. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
He's got his man. That's Olave. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 33 yards. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Lions who have the early lead. More from New Orleans after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. In motion is Hill. Now Kamara. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
A gain of 4 is now 2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Carr working out of the gun. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Lions offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. It's 2nd down. Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. To throw is Goff. That's into the hands of the receiver, Patrick. 17 yards that time for number 17.
17 yards. 1st down, Lions.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
To Amon-Ra St. Brown. A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. He's got it at about Touchdown, Detroit. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Bates now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions move out on top, 14-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Williams. Whoa! And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Saints offense ready to take over for their second possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Now, Carr. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Carr. Right back to Olave. He's done it again. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Now a 2nd down throw from Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Here's Blake Grupe for the Saints. A field goal try. This will be a 48-yard attempt. Grupe's kick is good. And the Saints get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Grupe back out to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 12. And the Lions 1st down.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to New Orleans after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Goff. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
He'll get this to his tight end, Laporta. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Goff to throw. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Detroit.
From the gun, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really 2 types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defenses.
The Lions called their first timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's Goff. This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw is Goff. It is brought in the end zone. Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Lions. Here's Bates for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Saints 3.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Lions are in the lead. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. In that first half, it was David Montgomery who proved to be tough to stop. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So Chris Olave and the rest of the Saints offense getting ready for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
They'll go again here with Kamara. Kamara got a first down, still going. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
There's 2 elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them aligned. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. And this is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
1st and 10. It's a give now to Kamara. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
On first down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Shaheed with the catch. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. In motion is Hill. They'll try and run for this with Kamara. And he is going to have the Saints first down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1.
Gain on the play. That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Carr. His pass taken in by Shaheed.
Complete to Rashid Shaheed. He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down and 3. On the handoff, it's Kamara. Crazy. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for another Saints. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll run here with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Come a little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Carr working out of the gun. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Is it time to turn to the running game to get in? 3rd and goal coming up. Throwing is Carr. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can see the receiver. He's pleading his case to the refs. But from our perspective, Mike, I think it's pretty clear. He was not in bounds. I don't blame him for trying.
This crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish. The red flag is on the field.
Previous play is under review.
They're looking both at the feet to see if 2 were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and it will also cost them a timeout. Lots of big people. Jumbo set in the game as they go for it on 4th and goal. Play action now. And he's going to be taken down. Could not get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over. Stopped on 4th and goal.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Lions.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Detroit.
Two first downs, and they are at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. Throwing right, it's taken in. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Gain of 14. And the Lions, 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. Here's 2nd and 9. Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
A gain of 13 yards.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
Goff's going to throw here on 1st and 10.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here now, a toss to Montgomery. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. Here's 3rd and 2. To throw is Goff. And he'll take it on in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. First down throw for Carr. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now Carr. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Carr. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. second down, Carr. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Carr now to throw on first down. That one knocked away and incomplete.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Carr now. Left side into the hands of Olave. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Saints first down.
It's no secret this day has been a rough outing all around, so at this stage of the game, really no choice but to remain aggressive and just try to find something positive on a day where there's been a lot of negative.
On 1st and 10, Carr. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Now a 2nd down throw from Carr. Shaheed with the catch. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Well, I can promise you that's not what they had in mind when they called that play. They're thinking either catch the defense in deep, soft coverage, or maybe get lucky in their blitzing. In this case, they get neither and pick up a minimal gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think at this point in the game, prior to that 3rd down call, the coach is telling his quarterback, hey, you got 2 downs. This is 4 down territory, but that last completion, I think, saves him from having to make that decision, at least for the time being, barring any penalties. Now, they got 3 or 4 plays to try to end this one with a touchdown.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. In motion is Hill. Carr now on 2nd down. And he will power his way into the end zone. Taysom Hill. Touchdown Saints. Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Saints are able to edge a bit closer. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an outside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The Lions offense ready to get back at it. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. One more time for Montgomery. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
On 3rd down, they go with Montgomery.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
So a win for the visitors, the Lions. In a game that was expected to be a cakewalk, pretty much turned out that way. Their class just much the best in this one, as they cruise to an easy road victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.